Hey guys, so I got another new bag in and I was really excited about it when I purchased it, but it ended up showing up with some issues. So I'm going to share it with you and what I'm going to do to try to fix it up. So you all saw my video about this bag, my lavender pebbled leather Olivia bag, which I ended up loving. I carried it for a while. Style's really awesome and spacious. I love the pockets. I mean, it's an awesome crossbody bag. So I was like, I'm gonna get a lighter weight version of this for when I travel. Because when I travel and I'm gonna be doing tons of touristy stuff or walking around all day, I really wanna have a super lightweight bag. And I thought this would be a good candidate in nylon. So I found a great deal on a nylon one. And here it is. So I got this off Poshmark for $40, which is a great price. And I wasn't super excited about the color because it's just brown. And I would have been way more excited about another color. I know nylon comes in all sorts of really fun bright colors, but I have so many colors in my collection, maybe I could stand to have a neutral bag every once in a while. So I was like, okay, Nicole, it's gonna be all right. $40 is a great price, we'll compromise on the color. So I waited for a week for this girl to mail the bag, and I kept checking in with her. When are you gonna mail it? When are you gonna mail it? Did you mail it yet? And so finally she mailed it, and I was like, yay, thanks. And then she was like, oh, by the way, on the way to the post office, I noticed it has tons of stains all over it. So if you don't like it, you can just send it back. And I was like, oh, gee, thanks for telling me after you waited 7 days or 8 days to mail it, and you finally looked at it on the way to the post office and told me after you mailed it that it has stains all over it. So I was not super happy about that. So it came, and it does have some issues that I need to work on. So I'm going to try to show them, but the way that this nylon is kind of textured, it does make it difficult to see things on camera. So I don't know if you can see, there's like this weird stain here. It has stains across the bottom. And then it has, like on the back corners, can you see that discoloration? On both back corners, this is a big stain here. Okay. And then inside some of these pockets, it's just gross. I mean, it has stains all over the inside. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but, and this is gonna be hard to clean because this doesn't pull out in the pockets. So I'm like, ugh, why does it have to have problems? Why can't it be perfect and easy? I don't know. But the inside, don't you love when people leave their trash in there for you? So nice, right? Like, just dump it out, people. You don't have to scrub it. But the inside is like really dingy around the zipper. It's just like kind of gross. And there's stains all along the bottom. So, and it kind of smells like old dirty gum. If I had to describe it, this is not a fresh bag. This bag has seen some action. So, and of course the girl was like, oh, I don't know how it got the stains. I only carried it like one time. This bag has not been carried one time. Maybe one time by her, but somebody used it quite a bit before she had it. So, I'm still really happy with how lightweight it is compared to this. I mean, it's a big difference. You can see the side by side, the size and shape is identical. Do they both have feet? Yes, they do. And I think I noticed when I tried it on that the strap is kind of a different length. Let me see though. So I have these both on the shortest setting. Nope, they're the same. They end off at the same spot. The only thing that's different between them is the nylon has the yellow stitching and the lavender has the white. But otherwise, same strap. But let me try it on for you guys so you can see how it looks. These are really cool little nylon bags. I had one other nylon bag. Now that bag was gross. It came to me like just shoved in a tiny box. covered in black stains. Like somebody had run over this bag with a Mack truck. I don't know what happened to this poor thing. Got dragged in the streets. It was so gross. And then I wrote the girl and I was like, what the heck? How did you send this to me? And she was like, there's nothing wrong with it. I don't know. It was fine when I left my house. Come on now. And I scrubbed the you know what out of that bag and it looked great after I finished it. So here's what it looks like on. Super, super lightweight because of the nylon. Great size. And then you can also wear satchel style, of course. But I'm really excited to use this on my trip that's coming up and I'm super excited about. So here's what I'm going to do to it to fix it up. I'm going to explain everything I'm going to do, and then I'll make an update video when I actually have time to work on it because I don't know when that will be. So as far as stains on the nylon, what I have done in the past that works is use a toothbrush or a nylon scrub brush and use a solution of spring water, not tap water, and actually dish soap works really well, or like Dreft detergent, some really, really gentle detergent. You just scrub the stains with the toothbrush. Rinse with spring water. Do not use tap water. Tap water has minerals in it that can cause water spots on your bag. Now, if you do use tap water, or sometimes I've washed it and then not rinsed it enough and it dries and I get the spots from the cleaner not being rinsed out, just go over it with some more tap water, let it dry, or if you're in a hurry, I've actually used a hair dryer on the low setting to dry it so that I can see if I have spots or not. When you start getting around this leather, be careful. You really want to try not to get it wet. Now, the other bag I had that was super gross, I mean, I saturated that thing and I scrubbed it. I mean, not gentle circular motions, scrub. I scrubbed the heck out of that bag and it held up great and it looked phenomenal once I cleaned it up. But I really tried to be careful around these leather areas because you really don't want to get them wet if you can avoid it. So that's what I'm going to do for the outside. Now for the inside, hoping this pulls out. Yes, it does. So when it pulls out, it makes it so much easier. You lay it out on a towel. Use a similar solution. I wouldn't use dish soap. I would use water with a little bit of detergent in it. Some people really like shout wipes. I've never tried shout wipes, but I've heard good things. I have used magic eraser, although I wouldn't say you should do that because it will remove some of the red dye, but I've only used it in like extreme dirty cases where I'm like, either I'm gonna have a faded lining or I don't want to put my stuff in here. So I've used it in those cases. And just scrub it, rinse it. Try to be careful around the leather if you care. I mean, sometimes I don't care if it's a bag I know I'm gonna keep. Oh, how lovely. Here's a piece of this girl's old chewed up gum. I mean, really, people. So, and then you can pull the pockets out too. Now, like I said, with these side areas, these don't pull out. They're sewn in here. So the one pocket I have here that is full of stains, I'm just gonna have to try to do what I can, reaching in here, maybe with a shout wipe or something like that, and try to wipe it as best as I can, so at least maybe it won't look great, but I know it's clean in there and I can put my stuff and not be totally grossed out or worried I'm gonna find chewed up gum in the bottom when I put my phone in there. So if you have a bag where it's not so bad and dingy, but you just kind of want to clean it up a little bit, I use baby wipes all the time for almost everything. And this would be another bag where if I just had like something minor on it that got on it, like something crusty or right on the surface, I would just use a baby wipe to wipe it off. And that's what I use on my Samba bags too, because everything seems to wipe off those. Even denim transfer, baby wipe is the way to go. So at some point, I am going to spend the time cleaning this guy up. Oh, the other thing that this one came with is corner wear to the piping. See that discoloration? See, you can really see it now. So that's a little trickier on these bags because you have this area where leather is touching fabric, and you don't really want to mix what you're putting on the leather on the fabric and what you're putting on the fabric on the leather. So what I've done in the past to my other nylon bag is actually use a Q-tip, dip it in a little bit of leather conditioner, and just put it right on the piping. Even use your finger and kind of rub it just to kind of hide that wear. And then when it dries, just use a little cloth to wipe and try not to get it on the nylon. I don't know if it would hurt the nylon, but I'm so paranoid that I wouldn't put it on there. So that's what I'm going to do to this bag, and I'm going to try to clean it up and make it smell not like dirty gum, which would be so nice. And then I will be able to use it on my trip when I go on the airplane and I'm walking around doing tourist stuff, and it'll be super lightweight and big. I may get a pad for the strap because it is a pretty narrow strap. So I feel like it might cut even if I don't fill it up very much because it's a lightweight bag, but you know, you do what you gotta do. Sometimes you gotta be a little creative. So here's my $40 Nylon Olivia find. Hopefully I'll be able to clean it up, and I will do an update video showing you guys how it looks after I clean it and letting you guys know what worked and what didn't work for this bag. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Sorry it's been so long since my last videos, and hopefully I'll keep you guys more updated on what's going on here in my exciting Dooney world. And please let me know if you have any questions or comments. Thanks for watching. Bye.